Hello! In this video tutorial, I will show you how to do a reconnaissance using a FinalRecon tool, which is one of the tools that is available in Kali Linux. Okay, so what is FinalRecon? FinalRecon is a simple Python script for web reconnaissance, right? The way its structure is in modular. Therefore, any future new modules can be added pretty easily. Alright. So, before we start how to do the installation, I just want to briefly explain to you about the VirtualBox setting that I have here. Okay. If you notice that I have a VirtualBox 2020.04. This is the latest one as of January the 3rd, 2021. Well, in my previous video, I may have the 2020.2, which is 02 version, which is fine. They are not much different at this moment. So, if you are still using the .02, it's okay. But now I'm going to show you how to do on the .04. Okay? So, let me show you on the setting, okay? On the setting, I'm going to put this, when you go to general link here, general tab, I put this as bidirectional so I can copy and paste anything on the clipboard from the Microsoft Word to the VM and vice versa, also for the drag and drop, okay? And then on the network, on the first adapter, I put this as a NAT, and the second one as a host-only adapter. Alright? So, these are some of the setup config on the VirtualBox that I do. Also, if I go to Host Network Manager, right? If I go to Host Network Manager, notice that on the host-only adapter, I put 192.168.56.1 and a subnet 255.255.255.0. When I configure this, basically it allows the VMs to communicate with the host machine, with the host PC. Okay, in my case, it's a Windows. So I can ping from the Windows to this IP address. That means it connects to my host PC. Okay. And then I set up a DHCP server, right? I set up a DHCP server from 101 to 254. So any machine that boot up, they may get the IP address from here. Okay? So these are some of the settings. If you do not configure this, that means your VM cannot communicate with the host PC. Okay? Make sure students understand that. Alright, so that's the config about the VirtualBox. What else I want to know? Alright, so this one, also on the VirtualBox, right? When you install the 2020.4 version, notice that my connection network, I have two connections. This is for my NAT, Ethernet connection 1, okay? I have 10.0.2.15. This is the IP address for my NAT. And also I have the host-only adapter. Remember this host-only adapter? I get an IP address from the DHCP server that I just mentioned it to you earlier. Okay, 192.168.56.111. Okay, notice that this is a DHCP client. All right. So, sometime when you set up the Kali Linux 2020.04, they only recognize one of them. They only recognize this one, the Ethernet one. So, you need to add additionally. So, how do you add that? In case you didn't see these two IP, in case students do not see these two connections, this is for the NAT and this is for the host-only adapter. So, what students need to do is to click here and edit connection, right? And then you can click add here, right? when you add, notice that I just add this my Ethernet connection, right? So this is for the host only adapter, and this one is for the net. All right, just remember this. Okay, so now let's go back to the node here. So I already installed this what you call FinalRecon tool. So what you need to do, you just click here, you type this, and then in here you need to type this one, git clone. Okay, git clone http github.com/the white tag 40/finalrecon.git. Okay, after you finish that, make sure that you go to cd FinalRecon. That means you go to this directory and then see if it's success, and see if the Kali install the program successfully by running this pipe 3 install -r requirement.txt. Sometimes student cannot run this command .pip because the Python may not install correctly. So they have to run this command. Okay, you need to remove the Python, right? In case the Python 3.pip did not install correctly, you need to reinstall it. How you do that? You run this command sudo apt-get remove python 3-pip. Once you remove this, and then you run this to install sudo apt-get install python 3-pip. Okay, so this is one of the troubleshooting things. So how do you check whether your installation is working? Okay, if you can go to here, let me show it to you. I'm gonna type Python what you call this, FinalRecon.py --help, enter. Okay, this one I cannot have it. Let me see, I need to run this Python 3. There we go. Still having problem, cannot open, there is no such directory. Okay, I think I know why. Because I'm not in the directory yet. So I need to do this one. cd FinalRecon, right? cd FinalRecon. Alright, how come it's not there? Let me double check. cd FinalRecon. Okay, like this. It's not there. Let me find out. I think click. Okay, I need to run this command cd FinalRecon. Okay, after student successfully install this program, you can try see if it's the FinalRecon tool can be used. How do you find out? Okay, you have to go. Okay, once you finish installing this program, you have to go to the directory. Make sure that, hold on. Let me see here. Because this is a case sensitive, therefore I have to type this one, cd FinalRecon, F uppercase and R uppercase. Okay, and then I run this one, Python 3 FinalRecon.py --help. Right, when I run this --help argument, right, it will show you what kind of argument that I need to use, and then the optional argument. Here basically it tells you how to use the program. Okay, so now I'm in the FinalRecon. So let's do the first analysis here. Let's do the first FinalRecon, right? I'm gonna type this one. Let me see. I'm gonna type this Python 3. Okay, FinalRecon, and then I'm gonna do let me see, let's check the headers, right? Check the headers, okay, of, let's use what company here? Let's use this company. Check the headers, okay. It's called secure startup.com. Here we go. Now we are checking the headers. Okay. Target secure exceeded with your URL. Okay. This one I don't think we need to use the HTTPS here. I don't think we need to use the HTTPS. Here we go. Here is the headers, right? It's not in the secure because this website secure-startup.com is just for testing website. Now we can find that the server name, right? And when was the last modify and all the information about it, right? If we want to find out more information about this, we can go to cat, okay? Cat, this one. We can copy and paste this. Copy. So we can see it in the format here. Enter there. So we can see it a little bit better, right? Okay. It's in the text comment. Cat, and then you copy and paste the link there. Okay. That is to check the headers, right? So let's check the who is, right? Let's find the who is here. Let's go to Python again. And this time we're gonna do check what? The DNS. Okay. Let's go to the DNS -DNS http secure.startup. Okay, enter. Let's find out the DNS here. Now we can see all the information about DNS, right? The state of authority, the NS lookup, the name server here, the name server, ns69.domain control, right? State of authority, the A host record, right? We can find all of this information about the website of this one, secure.startup, right? Because this is a testing website, so we can obtain this information, right? If you want to see it again in the good format, you can just go to cat and then we can, so you can export and import and view this in a notice that with the new Kali Linux, if the command is not available, it's gonna give you a red color, right? So this is what I like about the Kali Linux 2020.04. Enter. Here we go, right? DNS enumeration, right? Okay, so what's the next command that we need to do? The next one, maybe we can do an SSL, right? No, let's do the subdomain. Okay, let's do a subdomain. Okay, subdomain enumeration. Earlier we did the DNS enumeration. Now we're gonna do the subdomain. So how we do the subdomain? So we're gonna run this again. FinalRecon. Okay. I'm gonna change this to sub. Sub is stand for subdomain enumeration, and then HTTP. We're gonna change this to HTTP only. No, oops. Sub HTTP test. No, let's change the website. Okay, I'm gonna change this to testphp.fulner.com. Yes, this is true. So Python 3 FinalRecon py, which is Python, dash sub, that is mean sub domain enumeration, and then the protocol which is HTTPS, and this is the site address. Enter. Now we can, okay, now we get an error message. I don't think we need to use the S here. I don't think we need to do the S because this is not a secure. Here, do we get that? Python 3 FinalRecon sub HTTP sub HTTP, okay, test php dot FinalRecon.com. Okay, let me see why unable to get. Okay, checking. Okay, checking up to date is up to date. It doesn't show up here. Let me see if I do the S here. Yeah, I cannot do that command. So let's do the other one then. So I'm gonna do a tracing now. Trace, right? This is trace route. See if I can do trace. The subdomain enumeration, it didn't allow me. Let me try to run the trace. The trace HTTP PHP. I don't think we need to use the secure protocol. Okay. Now enter. Unable to get the service. Let me pause this one first. Okay, earlier I have a problem to run that website because apparently the web is down. So now I'm using this command again, which is who is lookup, right? Who is, I'm running this command. Okay, let me see. I run this here. Python 3 FinalRecon.py minus dash who is, I change to Google, and with the Google I can find I can run the who is command. So the site is up and running. Okay, let me show you another one here, the subdomain, right? If I do the subdomain FinalRecon here, remember I want to show you the subdomain enumeration Google, like this. Okay, let me see, and like this, enter, right? Python 3 FinalRecon.py, and then dash sub, which is a subdomain enumeration, and enter. Here I will show you all the subdomain enumeration. It may take a while. Control Z, Control C. Okay, let me close this one. Keyboard interrupt. Let me run this one actually, because I don't want to use the real one. Okay, so I'm gonna run this command. What do you call this? cd FinalRecon, and then I'm gonna use a website called hack.me.com. So I'm gonna use this Python 3. I'm gonna do hack.me. Okay, enter. Here we go. It showed me what you call this. Hackme.com is a website used for hacking. So whenever you have a chance, you can visit this. So I do a subdomain enumeration using this. If you want to put this using, if you want to have this result in a nice format, you can just do cat, and then you copy and paste this one again. Okay, copy this, copy the selection, and then you paste it over there, right? And then enter it. Does it show you? No? Oh, I make a mistake. Here I have to put the slash. I forget the slash. Yes, we go. There we go. Right? This is a subdomain enumeration. Well, here is some of the comment that I just mentioned to you. If you want to check the header, this is the things you use, right? If you want to check the SSL certificate, you have used that dash SSL info, and then the URL address. Be sure to put the protocol. Who is information? You use this dash who is, and then the URL address. Well, I think I just want to stop right here on my recording about the FinalRecon. Okay, if you have any questions, please email me or log into Discord and lab assistant. Their name is Esteban Sedio, Reno Cantu, and Mario Ramirez. Let me give you their phone number also, 956-872-6476. Okay, so I will put this documentation on the blackboard so student can have the information. Just one more last thing before I let you go. Whenever you troubleshoot something, right, be sure you don't just click yes or ignore it. Make sure you read that, and then normally they give you a solution how to do that. Read and follow its instruction. Okay. Don't just clicking without knowing what is the error message is, because this is very important for troubleshooting. And I have a program called Snipping Tool. Okay, Snipping Tool is a good program, right? If you wanna make take a picture of this, for example, I can create new, right? And then on the, let me see. Okay, let's say that I have this, right? Let's say that I have this result and I need to have a copy and paste. So I open the snipping tool. Snipping is usually come with window. You click new, and then you can just do like this. Okay, because for your report, since students need to make a report, they are required to submit a screenshot or what they had been doing. Okay, so you use this and save the file, right? This is your screenshot. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and hopefully that this video is informative to you and value to you. Remember, this video recording is used for educational purpose only. Like anything else, if you want to do real penetration testing or ethical hacking, be sure you check with the federal, state, and local regulation and requirements. And more importantly, get a written permission. Thank you. Bye-bye.